So 2 months into my pregnancy, I just had this thought, and it was me like, what am I going to do for school? And even though I said I was a really good student, it came at a great cost to me. I lost a lot in that process. I learned to listen to others before I would listen to myself. I learned to sit still, be quiet, be the good student. And I knew there was no way I was going to put my daughter, or I didn't even know at the time if it was a boy or girl, but I wasn't going to have that done to them. So I started doing research, and then I just said, unschooling, that sounds great. It ended up not working so well for my daughter. I started a Sudbury school because there wasn't enough structure. And so, in getting to know her better, she wants a lot of freedom, but she also wants a lot of guidance. And so we're always in conversation, and she knows that if there were a point in time where she wanted to go to school, I would support her. But she's so clear that she has no interest in that, And now that we, know more about her learning style, I don't think she would enjoy it or succeed in a traditional classroom where everyone is marched through a curriculum.
I would say it was about in the middle of third grade, and when it was clear that he wasn't growing. I mean, it was my husband and I felt like he was almost going backwards. He was, and we knew that we needed to do something. I think for about a month, though, we talked a lot about it. We talked to his teachers, talked to the school, so they were aware of our concern. And basically, he was in what was considered to be a very good school, and they tried to listen, I think, and they tried kind of shifting the pieces around. But that's what I could see was that even with these, sort of accommodations or these slight changes in where he sits in the classroom, or distractions, things like that, it wasn't changing anything. It wasn't changing his experience. So I think that we could check off certain things that we tried, but it still it still wasn't working. And I think that there was a point, and even with my background in education, I could see that we needed really to, that school wasn't the right place for him.
It was just amazing in second grade to be getting these messages that if you don't learn to do well on standardized tests, basically you don't have a future. And it's so far from reality. And it was just really, it didn't ring true to me when it was happening, but I could see many parents instilling that in their kids, and kids that had similar problems as my kids or my son, fitting into the system.